we should be live. So let's see what happens now. What's up, everybody? Sorry, man. I don't know what in the holy hell was going on tonight. YouTube was saying I have internet issues, and Kelly knows as long as we've been recording the podcast, I've had a lot of issues. Internet has never been one of them. What's up, guys? Sorry, man. I don't understand. It was saying that I had internet issues, and I've never had internet issues. So I don't know. I set it up again and redid it, and everything was fine now. So I didn't change anything. So anyway, hello everyone. Sorry about that. How are you guys? Yeah, I know. Internet. Yeah, well, my kids game and we stream. Like, we don't do cable. We stream everything. So I have, like, the best internet that you can get in my area. And I've never, ever had an issue with internet, ever. So that is weird. But anyway, I'm with my main man, Kelly, over here. Do we all...
Zach has issues, not you.
Yeah. Do we all sound good? Can you hear Kelly? There's no delay or nothing like that. Everything's good.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, what's up, Chris? My microphone's a little hot. We'll just give it
that.
Go ahead.
I had the video playing, the live stream playing, and I was hearing like you talking two different voices.
Oh yeah,
the delay where it posts on YouTube, you know.
Oh yeah, that too. Plus, I need to go over and mute myself on Zoom too. Oh shit, no, I can't do that because now I'm gonna have. Okay, it went away.
I just lost you.
Oh, that's right. You can't hear me. Never mind. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. As long as you're not hearing double, we're good.
Yeah, I'm not. I've just paused the video. That way I can still
yeah.
I can still type or whatever and not hear that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
What's up, rookie? Mr. Randy Torball, I saw you talking shit in the other chat, man. What do you mean you asked me a question that I couldn't answer, huh? What question you talking about? Huh? Come on, man. I'm here now. What question you talking about? Huh? Mother freaker.
I just turned my mic up, Gary. Hopefully you can hear me a little better.
I just turned him up a little bit.
All right. So what's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, all you guys out there, I mean, how are you are you guys starting to I keep wanting to look at this screen when the fucking camera is right there. How are you guys doing with the COVID now? Is it like everybody's kind of used to it and you're just rolling? Like you kind of got your path, you know, what you're going to do all set up. You're kind of, you know, it's not so new anymore. You know what I mean? Like now we know what we're doing. So we don't, I get new things are coming, but one of the conversations we're going to have tonight is going to be about in your business or how you work. Are you going to change what you're doing from a normal summer? Should you change? Should you just roll as normal? Just, you know, do what you normally do? Or should we make adjustments as far as how we do things, pricing, stuff like that? Obviously, we know there's changes with having to wear the mask and gloves and stuff like that. That's not what we mean. That's kind of inevitable. We know that. It says Kelly sounds like he is too far away from me.
Yeah, I just saw that, rookie. I saw that California, 3 more months, man. I can't believe that. It's crazy.
Yeah, your governor is nuts, man. Let me see if I can turn this up just a little.
I can keep turning my mic up. It's at 90% already.
Turn yours up all the way and let me adjust it.
Okay. It says 100% on my end.
All right. Let me know how that. getting used to this whole streaming like this, guys. So we'll get all the kinks worked out. So
How is it now, guys? Do I still sound like I'm far away? Like people have gave up on virus, no one wearing masks. That's what my wife was just talking. We were just talking about that. All the workers and stuff at the grocery stores and stuff, they're all wearing masks and, doing what they're supposed to be doing. But the people, it's like they're just tired of it or something, and they're just not following protocol.
yeah, but it feels like I don't know. When it comes to the customer base, it feels like there's nobody in the middle. Either they like really don't give a shit, or they're like, "Oh my god, don't look at me."
Yes, that's what we've seen. It's one extreme or the other.
Yeah. So
One of those extremes, not giving not caring.
yeah. So I'm not sure. Bum, 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 bum. Is that a little bit better? I got Kelly. So, working through some of the glitches, man. Trying to do some different services, guys. Just trying to get, put the best stream out we can put, look the most professional. And, I pretty much, Kelly knows, I pretty much went and paid for like every goddamn service that you could. And I just got, $20, $15, $25 a month. Like it just, $25
Diamond him to death.
Yeah, and I wasn't using half of them, and then this program became available for Mac, and I've used this before. I just have to remember and get all the stuff in there and stuff like that. Yeah, the people driving with mask on are nuts. I don't understand all that stuff, but it's a little goofy. But I guess Kelly, we'll start this. Guys, if you have any questions in the chat, like a serious question, put them in all caps, and the moderators will pass them along to us. So Rookie normally gets them over to me or something like that. He'll make sure it gets my attention. But hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the hiccups, and that's good. I saw somebody
jealous.
Yeah, I saw somebody made a comment about he's probably shipping packages or something like that. I actually am. So any of you guys that are winners, I got a couple of you that have not emailed me. And like I said before, I know it's my fault and all that stuff, but if I send me your information, if you're not sure, just do it again, because I really do want to make sure all this stuff gets out, okay? I'm going to leave that alone. But Kelly, you guys, what kind of business like stuff are you gonna change with what is your plan going into this summer?
Well, as this has progressed, I mean, it seems like people are more and more open to us coming out, for one thing, which is great. And then and we've, last week, I think it was just last week, we had a couple of days of, felt like warmer weather. And when that happens, like people aren't going to sit in their house hot. And then they start worrying, like, I better turn this on because, warm weather is coming. So sometimes it always takes that first warm day to like make them realize that this is going to happen. Like summer will be here. And as soon as that happened, it just feels like everybody loosened up a little bit. But as far as sales go, like I don't see us changing too much at the moment because summer is coming, because the demand is going to be there. We've had like a cold snap for the last 2 days, 3 days. It's like high of 43 and rainy and nasty out. But by tomorrow, warmer weather starts moving in. But so I don't know, man. We're just going to play it by ear. If sales become difficult to make, which they haven't been here recently, like we've still been selling things, then we'll adjust and, we'll stick and move and change our approach.
Bob and weave,
yeah,
baby.
Bob and weave.
Yeah.
But right now, people seem to be buying. Are they buying from you guys?
Yes, but me and Mike made the decision that we went with really aggressive pricing right now. That
Yeah.
we really cut out some stuff. We got the meat and potatoes, and our mentality was we rather make money off of quantity. Not saying our
Yeah.
quality is going to go down, so I don't want that, but we
No,
just
I
kind
get
of
it.
we cut out a little bit to be able to do more of them, and it's really worked.
Yeah.
So, and it
Did you and I talk about that pricing strategy that we used like earlier in the year?
um
It's just where you're just looking to collect those overhead dollars. It's a completely different strategy and completely different
oh
way to price your stuff, you know?
yeah, because remember I said that's pretty much what we do now. Did you turn a light off?
Yeah. I know what I did
Yeah, you turned something off and you look red.
there.
There you go.
I need the white screen of the monitor like
Yeah.
brightening me up. I need another light in here. That'll help with the green screen stuff. So
Yeah. I have to be honest, dude. I have some lights that you can have, man. Because
oh no, I've got some, man. I just haven't brought them home.
yeah, but I don't want you to take all the stuff from your studio. I mean, from your office, and then when you go make videos in there, you don't have lights.
Yeah.
Let me real fast. We have a question from Joseph Hacker. Anyone messing with ionizers? We are starting to get a ton of requests here in Denver. When you mean ionizers, are you talking about like the Air Knight, the Remy Halo? Is that what you mean, Joseph?
I would assume that's what he's talking
I
about.
mean,
Something that produces ozone, right?
yeah, we've sold a ton of them, but I'll be honest when I say my Kelly knows how I feel about them. I don't I don't push them down customers' throats right now. I bring them up in a way that I'm just kind of informing the customer, and then I let them kind of take the next step. But I had one guy who every PM he went on, and even on our PMs on the tablet with Service Titan, we do good, better, best. And on the best option, I'm sorry, we started doing premium, best, better, premium, best, better, good, base. Base is like when they do nothing because when you tilt the screen, they can't see that option.
Does it automatically call it premium for you when you
No,
put that on there?
no, you can call it
No?
whatever you want. And
Okay, you're labeling it that way then.
yeah, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it that way or not.
Yeah.
I might change the way that we label them, but on his premium option, he was including that on every one, and I told him not to. I didn't want to do that. I said I want you to educate the customer and bring it up, and just kind of like this, guys, be like, hey, I just want you to know, Mrs. Jones, we understand with all this COVID stuff going on. We just want you to know that there's things that we can put in your ductwork to clean the air. Do I think everybody should have one? Yes. And then just be honest. Be like, but during these times, I don't want to, take advantage of your vulnerability, but I just want you to know that things are out there and we can clean the air in your house if it's something that you're worried about. And right there, I just stop. And some customers will say, you know what, I am actually interested. Or let them take over the conversation and it will sell itself. But I don't want to be pushing it down every customer's throat. I don't know. In my opinion, I just feel like that's you're taking advantage of people. And I say that lightly because I believe in them 100%. And I think that everyone should have one in their house. I just think that you have to be careful how you do it, though. I'm just going to say it that way. HVAC.
Are you teaching that process to all your guys too? You guys having regular conversations about that?
Yes.
About how to have this conversation. That's something that, man, since this all happened, like it's not that we're not still having like huddles in the morning, and we had a meeting like we normally have like a company meeting where we kind of discuss all kinds of topics every other week, but like the next meeting, which I think is going to be next Monday, we are going to actually have like a real meeting again, but we've definitely lost a little bit of that as this started, and lost some of that, I guess, communication or just, I don't know what it is. Just weird freaking times, man. So
Yeah.
it's just weird, but I'm excited to just kind of get back to normal. And that's kind of where we're all on that type of mindset, I guess, to like, we need to just keep moving forward here. And so it'll get back to normal.
Yeah, it's just, and we've really found that people are still willing to spend money. I mean, and like I told the guys, I want you to go out there and do what you normally do. Honestly and ethically go out, examine their system during their PM. Whatever you find, you report your findings to the customer and let them make the decision. If they can do it, they'll do it. If they can't, they can't. It's that simple. But I don't want the technician to change what they do. Like, oh, maybe these people don't have money. And one guy I had to go over, he said he went in and the lady had talked about how she lost her job and all this other stuff. So he didn't offer her anything, didn't even tell her stuff that she needed. She called back 2 days later and something, I forget what it was, something had broke. She was like, your guy was just out here. I ended up going out there and I called him like, what happened, man? Like, you were just out here. I think it was like a capacitor or something dumb. And he was like, oh, it was weak. He's like, but she said she lost her job and she didn't have any money. And I'm like, you should have let her say no to it, man. I'm like, so now we look stupid because she just paid for a maintenance and you didn't say anything. And now 2 days later, she has an issue. So, but I actually explained that to her and she was like, she's like, I was kind of venting to your guy and, about me losing my job and stuff like that. She's like, so I understand. She's like, I get that. So she definitely calmed down and she was good, but that proved my point to the guys. You still make your list and present your findings to them, no different. If they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. Plus, they don't realize it in Service Titan, when you make them offers and they decline them, I can get a report of all the stuff that we offered that people didn't do. So we can go back and do that. Another thing, I don't know if you're doing in Service Titan, like I know they can't take, when they do do you have them doing like an arrival checklist?
I've not done any form. I haven't activated forms yet.
Well, if you get them to do that arrival checklist, if you get them to do the model and serial number, not take a picture, but actually type it in, you can get a report on any system over 10 years old. It'll print out a report for you. So then we try to push our marketing towards them to generate like systems like, hey,
right.
And it's actually worked. We've already, just in the short time with Service Titan have sold like 3 systems because of that.
Yeah.
So it definitely works.
That's something that I've got to get turned on. Like I haven't even built out like a checklist yet for maintenance or anything, which I spent a ton of time in there over the last 4 weeks. And I've just kind of been taking a break from it because we're live now. Everything's going pretty smooth. And so I'm just taking a little break, but I'll get back in there. And we had a meeting today. So we worked out a couple of issues that we had going on and we're good to go now, but I've got to get that stuff done.
It's definitely a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. And we've just been taking it, one thing at a time. We just hooked up with some new, and to be honest, it was by accident. And it was through Carrier. We just got hooked up with this finance company that like does people with bad credit. And it worked out. I don't know if it's something we're going to keep doing, but the only good thing is like the warranty company, not the finance company, like gives the customer a labor warranty. Have you ever heard of that?
Seems like maybe recently I just heard something about that. Is it Green Sky?
It's not Green Sky because
it's not Green Sky.
No, it's called like Atwood, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's something I had never heard of. I don't know if any of you heard of Atwood. Is that something you guys have heard of? Cause it was different. I know they're like, that's what they do, like high risk. I feel like that's not a good business to be in, high risk loans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they approve these people for, I forget. I mean, I don't. You're not buying no like inverter system, but I think we sold them like a carrier comfort, like a base, like full system, like 80% furnace, 14 SEER AC. The guys are actually doing it tomorrow, and I think the whole thing was like $6,500 is how much that the bank. We did it for. A matter of fact, it was less than that, but that's how much they got approved for. But I think their interest rates like. Bleh. But people
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that,
I'm sure.
yeah. But people like
Man,
that,
what
they have nothing though. I mean, they had their furnace
I
heat exchangers cracked, and the AC, no refrigerant. So I mean, they're kind of assed out. They have. That's the only way they can get a system. So
I get it. I mean, I get it. I understand like the finance company's thoughts behind this, but man, when you're down, the world kicks you. I'm telling you, like, because you get screwed over on like on interest rates. You like all those kind of things are just working against you. So it's tough when you're in a position that is hard to climb out of. But
yeah. Well,
it still comes down to choices, you know.
yeah. Well, here's another thing. Um, I know Carrier has like Carrier Cool Cash, like they're like the manufacturer rebates, not like the utility rebates. What does Train call theirs? Does Train have them?
Uh, Not to my knowledge.
Oh well,
I mean, they always do a promo, you know, every um, spring, fall, winter, and summer. There's always some kind of a promo in coordination with Wells Fargo, special financing rates or something like that. But what you're talking about, like, I don't think it does anything to my knowledge.
yeah, well, we have Carrier, like we have our like around here it's BG&E, Baltimore Gas and Electric is our utility
Yeah.
company. So we have those rebates that we factor in, and then sometimes of the year we have being a factory authorized carrier dealer, we have Carrier Cool Cash, which is another rebate. That's how you get up to sometimes like $1,500 in rebates. But the only thing that I don't know if a lot of you guys know, some of you business owners probably do if you deal with Carrier, is like, say you look on the Cool Cash and it says, oh, this 18 SEER inverter has a $1,200 rebate. We as a company pay half of that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like it's because they're pretty much saying like, oh, we pay for the marketing, we're advertising these rebates, and you can get up to $1,250 off a Carrier system, and for the longest time I didn't know that. I'm not gonna lie. Mike explained that to me. He's like, we pay for half of that, and I was like, oh, he was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, do we really? I'm like, well, that's gay. I'm like, I never knew that. I found that out. And I'm like, I feel cheated, It's like, why the fuck even offer it? But
Yeah. It's normally you got your financing worked into the pricing. Well, what this does is basically if your pricing structured properly, then when they have these promos, there's basically you wind up paying half of it and they pay half of it. They don't even pay half of it. You take it right off the customer's price, that rebate, like it's an instant rebate. And then you're paying for half of it. So you either have to add, if it's $1,500, you got to add $750 to your bid and then take $750 off. And then the other $750 will come from either like something with the financing plus the company itself, the distributor, who gives you your Carrier products, then you'll get a refund or whatever back onto your account, basically.
yeah, see, it's
Like
good.
a credit, they credit your account.
Yeah, we actually use CE, so it's actually well, they're
Carrier
called
Enterprises or whatever.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
but but yeah, that's what we do. When we do pricing, we have a bottom line, and then we add the rebates to that.
Yeah.
So we know what we're getting. No, it's called working out, rookie. You don't want these guns, huh? You want some of it? He said, I think Gil's shrinking his shirts.
Adam, A-Team Adam, he's the service titan, kept calling his dad, and his dad, answered the office phone and reamed him out. Dude, that's how it was with, and it's my fault for not just telling them that I went ahead and went with Service Titan, but Field Edge, they're relentless, man. Yeah. We could all take, because I did a demo with them, and we can all take some training from some of these companies, these CRM companies, with follow-up, because they are fucking relentless, man. They do not stop calling.
Yeah, they're definitely crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. Jeff said some POS stole my HVAC tools. I have backup tools, so it didn't hurt. It's not my main job, so I'm just pissed not hurt in business.
Yeah.
That blows, man. I hate seeing that. What's up, Ernesto, HVACR vlogger? I've said it before, man. If you guys do not check out Ernesto's channel, HVACR vlogger, he has a really good YouTube channel out there, man. I love his channel. It's good stuff.
OMF, JMH, what does Service Titan charge? I think, I'm not 100%. I cannot remember what it is per tech, but for the office staff, you don't pay anything, but you pay per tech. And some of the other places like Field Edge, or even Thermogrid or House Call Pro, is just kind of a flat rate fee. It doesn't matter how many people are on there. But a lot of those other companies, you have to pay something. It might be a lesser amount for your office people. And because of some of the discounts that some of the distributors were doing, like Gil and his company, they got a great discount on Service Titan through Carrier.
Yeah.
As part of their dealer program. And we got a discount. We actually didn't get the discount through our distributor, our train distributor, but because I'm a part of another group called Praxis, they're one of the vendors in Praxis. So it was actually less than Field Edge, honestly. I think I've got 5, technicians that actually write invoices, and I'm paying about, I want to say $780 a month, which was less than Field Edge. And it was, I want to say, less than Thermogrid also, because of the discount.
Yeah. And I'll say this again, man. I said this last week, and I said it in the podcast, that I know that me and Kelly have represented a few different CRMs. To be honest, this is the first one that I've used. I knew that they were good, and I know that they're good for business. So when they reached out, we kind of went with some, and as we learned and different things like that is when we moved on to offering some different ones. So we had offered House Call Pro, which is a great service if you're using it. Nothing wrong with it. We also offered Thermogrid for a little bit. Great people, Adam, the owner of that place, Mary, our representative, cool people. It's a good service. But I just found it hard that me and Kelly are both using Service Titan. It was too hard for us to sit here with a straight face and tell you guys to use a service that we're not using. Just couldn't do it, So we were able to work out something with Service Titan that was good for all of us. So Service Titan is now an official sponsor of the podcast and the show. So this is just good. Service Titan is awesome. I've always thought Service Titan is the best. Nobody competes with Service Titan. My always thing was they're a little bit more expensive, but to be honest, when you really start breaking it down, they're really not as far as what they do. So just so you guys know that.
I will tell you though, Thermogrid, it's a really good product.
It is. That's why we did it. The only issue was that it's browser based.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that is one downside of Service Titan too, when it comes to the office, is the office can't you can't get the app. You can't get the app if you're on the office. You have to get in there and use it as a browser instead. I
I don't think it's a big deal. Well, at least in my mind, for the office, I don't think it's a big deal. But having the app
Right.
for the text is huge.
I think so too.
And one thing I love about it not being a browser, like in the Service Titan app, you can work offline. So if you're in an area where you have shitty service, you can still do what you got to do, and then as soon as you get into an area with service, it automatically just resyncs up, and that's huge. I love that. Like, it has been great for our business. How we've grown to what we are using pen and paper, I feel like I am just
amazing.
Late to the party.
It's amazing.
Yeah. No, guys. I redid my background. I actually, for when I planned on moving, I bought new furniture for the studio.
For your studio.
Yeah, which I still don't have put up, but I had these things sitting on the other side and they weren't being used, and I just wanted to change it up. So I put them over here and just put some stuff in it, and I don't know. I like it. It's different. It's pretty cool. Got some of the different supplies up, representing some people. I got this little sign that my wife ordered me. That's so funny. You're going to laugh your ass off. People always say because I cuss and stuff like that. Well, it says, I'm a swearer. It says, sorry, sometimes gosh darn and meanie head just don't fucking do it. And I'm going to put that over here somewhere. So if any of you, we have a link that is getting ready to be done, a landing page with Service Titan, where all of our listeners are going to get a discount. Okay, a special discount for being, supporters of ours. We're going to get that out as soon as possible. We also have a new website that is in. Our website is down, so if you guys go to HVACuncensored.com, it's not up. We were going through a company that we couldn't come to terms with them, so I just cut that shit off. Mr. Kelly here has been working on it vigorously, and he is...
I think it is probably going to take about, 3 to 5 weeks for it to be up. It's just what it takes to build a nice one. It's not some one day thrown up like the one that we had before was.
Yeah.
This will be done professionally. It's going to look freaking awesome, and I can't wait. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, so it's going to have everything on there as far as links to all of our affiliates, to our sponsors. So rather than searching for stuff, anything and everything that has to do with us, it'll be there. No, Adam, it's not going to be 50% off. I don't know if we can get them to do that much, but we haven't set a date, but probably in like a month from now, me and Kelly are going to do a live stream with Madeline from, and maybe a couple other people, we're not sure, from Service Titan. If you guys listen to the podcast that was just released with Service Titan, Maddie is awesome. She is a cool chick. She's
cool as hell.
Yes,
man.
she is. So me and Kelly talked to her for probably an hour before we ever started recording, and we were like, yeah, shit, we better start doing this, or it's gonna be. I mean, we didn't get done recording until like midnight my time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah. She is so cool. And she's willing to come on and talk to everybody live. She'll answer any questions you have. So if you're using Service Titan and you have any issues, or questions, concerns, etc., she will answer them for you. If you're thinking about using the software and you're unsure, she'll answer any questions for you. So that's really, really going to be awesome. And she's going to throw out some different things then and there. And we'll be giving our link out for you guys to, get on there and save some money as well.
We just set up today our, how are you guys using that daily huddle?
I don't think so.
There's something called the daily huddle, and it just kind of tells you what happened in the company for the day. And you can set it up to automatically send those reports out to you every day at the, we put ours for like 8:30.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called, but yeah, we do that. I do get the daily.
Well, I say that we set it up, but I'm not seeing it in my email. I think we set it for 8:30, and it's 9:07 here Central Time.
Hey, motherfuckers, this shirt isn't even tight, man. Just what happens when you're in shape, you fat fucks. Don't be mad. I got a bod. I have been working out at home though, being my oldest son when he's bored,
Good.
so I'm trying to get these guns back up. Why is my what's going on here?
On the next live stream, I'll have to wear something that's revealing.
I'm wearing Speedos. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show the chest hair. Put pasties on my nipples. Let's say uncensored. It is uncensored, you know. HVAC in the nude. What's up, bitches? But yeah,
Yeah. And service type, we track all, you know, if you just want to know, like, how much revenue do we do today without having to, like, go add this shit up. And then what did each tech do? You know, what did Brian bring in? What did Bob bring in? What did Gil bring in? Like, it's just nice to have it automated. It's just all automated. And that's what we were looking for. And those other softwares will do it. But, man, I just couldn't beat the deal. You know, it was a great deal with the discounts. That's why we went with Service Titan.
Well, I know that Gil guy brought in a shitload.
Yeah.
Well, let's put the question out for you guys. If you hold on, when do you guys start distributing Better Air? What do you mean, Zeke? We're already distributors for them. We just don't stock any product. But we are one of the few national reps for Better Air. What's that, HVACR Heatmaster? What
yeah,
said more,
that's what I'm wondering.
More bad news. What's that?
Adam says, tell us what Service Titan does.
It'd be easier to tell you what they don't do. That's kind of a vague question, brother. I mean, it'd be kind of hard on here to tell you what they do. I can talk to you off air, man, and go over it with you, and you know, maybe screen share and show you my screen. But it's pretty amazing, man. It's kind of the tech side of it is pretty easy. That's not the hard part. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it gives the technician all their info, their closing rate, what they're doing in maintenance, sales, service, their total revenue, their closing rate, how many service contracts they sell. I mean, it gives you whatever you want to do, Zeke. You can call me or call James. It doesn't matter, because really, as long as James knows that I'm the one sending you, it doesn't really matter, because all I do is just send it to James, because he's the one who places. At the end is the one who places all the orders. So however you want to do it, brother, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can hit James up or whatever. Call him through Messenger if you don't have his number.
Well, I know Zeke's bought stuff before, so I know he has control of them. Yeah, when it comes to Better Air, all the products and stuff like that are still a roll, but I know there's some issues going on with one of the big wigs who was one of the main guys, that they're kind of did some shady stuff, so the big guys in Israel kind of booted that guy out or something like that.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, but I know everything as far as our end and the products, like, we're all good, so. Let's see here. Yeah, but Adam, I'll talk to you about Service Titan. If you guys have questions about Service Titan, I mean, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But it is a very robust program. I'll be honest, and Kelly knows this. At first, it's overwhelming. I mean, it really is, because it does so much. But that's why, you know, if you guys have not listened, you're right about that, Zeke. He said Gene happened. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose my words carefully, but you're 100% correct. But
I'll tell you one thing is, a lot of people think that, like, Service Titan like they have a price book for you and stuff. And that's a big hurdle, is getting a price book in there. And they don't. None of these CRM places, except for I believe I think it was Thermogrid or Field Edge. One of those has a price book, and that was really appealing.
Well, Service Titan, you can get their price book, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah, they just never really went into that with me.
Oh yeah, I mean Service Titan has a price book. You just got to pay for it. So I think
did you guys pay for it?
Nah, we're not. We
No.
just inserted our own price book, which
Right.
may be a good idea, maybe a bad idea, but it's working.
Right.
One thing when it came to the price book is I didn't want to make it hard. Like, I didn't want to have. We know what we sell and don't sell, and I don't need like a guy to click on igniters and there's like fucking 47 different ones to choose. We know that we only sell a couple and the cost is relatively the same, so we just lump them into a hot service igniter.
Right.
So we've kind of, that's pretty much the the.
Do you have your equipment pricing in there yet?
Some.
Because that's going to be that's a mountain of a chore to get all that stuff in there for sure.
Yeah. Well, what was hard that I was pulling what hair I have out is under forms, we have our proposal sheet for selling systems where you can go in and put it in.
Yeah.
And you click the button at the top and they can still sign it. And you can email a copy right then and there, which is awesome. We did the same thing with our service. Remember, I was asking Maddie with our service agreement paper. We still fill it out. I didn't think that they could sign it, but they can sign it. I figured that part out. But anyway, I'm going to let you know, if you get into forms and you make any adjustments to one of those papers where it gives you like a top, it says edit. When you go to back out, it's going to say something, blah, 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 yes or no. Click yes, or everything you just filled out is gone. I did that one day and filled out a freaking proposal 3 times, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was ready to go ape shit. It was just like, what the hell is going on? Rookie Kelly will know. He used House Call Pro, and I've heard a lot of things about House Call Pro that are good. But
it's a good product.
Yeah, it doesn't do as much on the back end as Service Titan does.
And they do have like a House Call Pro XL, which I wasn't even aware of. And I don't know what all XL does versus the regular one. I thought when I first signed up, I had like the king, top of the food chain, the best, good, better, best. I had best, but I'm not sure what all the XL version does. But I know it's not going to be Service Titan, and I know what I'm wanting to track and what Gil's company's wanting to track is a lot of stuff, and I know it doesn't do all that stuff. So,
yeah, you figure when you're running a business, the more numbers and information that you can track, the more that is actually going on in your business, the easier you can start putting resources towards those things or start to address those issues so that your business grows. A lot of times you're just guessing because you don't know. Now we know because I get reports, that tell me, hey, whatever, like he said, what every technician did for the day as far as their revenue, how many calls they had, what they did at each call, what they offered, what option the customer took, profit margins versus parts, how much we pay for these parts versus everything that you could imagine is there, and it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing.
Yeah, and once you get all your parts and stuff in there, it can do the inventory tracking and all that stuff. And I have no doubt that in the next 3 to 5 years, like House Call Pro is probably going to be right up there. Like it won't surprise me because they keep integrating and they keep expanding too. But so is Service Titan. They're not stopping. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
They're all growing. And I don't think these CRMs are kind of like a one size fits all either. I mean, it's all about what you want in your business. And I'll be honest, I mean, as far as the ones that I know of, any of them are better than having none,
Here's another thing to consider is we were to the point where we were recording all of our incoming phone calls, and then I was paying what's called call assurance, is what the name of call cap. That's what they called it, where they had somebody go in and listen to the phone calls and rank them, so we would know what our closing rate is on the phones for incoming phone calls, and we could add campaign numbers so we know what ads are working and what ads aren't. And so for all of that, I was paying up to $600 a month for that. Well, Service Titan does that, like just natural, and I can add as many phone numbers as I want. It doesn't cost me anything extra. It is recording the calls. It's not like somebody else going in and listening to them and ranking them. But the way the workflow of it is, as a call comes in through a specific number, the workflow kind of takes care of it for us. It might not be perfect, and it might not be as good as somebody listening to that call and ranking it, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's an extra expense that I won't have to pay now because House Call Pro. So
yeah. Rookie said,
I'm sorry, because of Service Titan.
Yeah. Rookie said, you're paying for those reports. Do you really see a huge difference? Maybe not right this second, Rookie, but we will.
But here's the thing too, is I'm paying for somebody else to like track these things in my company all the time. And I would much rather, instead of not wasting time on somebody like digging for those numbers constantly, I'd rather have him working on something else or implementing the next thing. So it's all about just automation. That's all I'm about. So, and the more we can automate and the more the company can run, with less people, the better.
Yeah, guys, if you run a business and successful business and you want to grow, then you have to know what your KPIs are, your key performance indicators. You have to know what your profit margins are. You need to know and see where every dollar that you're putting out, where it's coming back. Okay, I put money into this. Did it come back? Did I profit off of that? Did I not profit off of that? Like, it's things that you need to see.
Productivity.
Yes.
Closing, just conversion rates.
Yes. Being able.
Those are all things that, House Call Pro couldn't do for me. And I want to know what those are.
Yeah. And, we're going to, well, maybe it's a little different now with all this COVID stuff, but doing your group meetings. But when it comes to training, you can do more precise training for individuals when you see that this one has a high closing rate, but they're, on service contracts and this, but maybe in the sales side, they're not doing it, as well. So I can concentrate all of the stuff of my training for them in that area. Or this guy, hey, he's not closing his service repairs. We can go over training on how to do that. So it puts a magnifying glass on the problems inside your business so that you can pay attention and take care of that stuff. Like it's really, really hard to explain. But I love it. And like I've always said that I'm a numbers guy. I used to figure out a lot of these numbers by hand, and I've just loved it.
We've been doing them by hand for like 6-7 years, man. So I'm looking forward to just having it all automated for us. But a big reason is because Zeke is switching right now. He's in his onboarding right now. He's switching from Field Edge to Service Titan. And I know that, I spoke with Zeke before I made this decision, because I knew I was going to switch. I just didn't know who I was going to go with. But he was a big factor in a reason that I went ahead and said, let's just do it. That and the price. When I got that discount, I was like, this is a no-brainer.
I thought you told me I was a big reason why you switched, Kelly. You fucking liar.
No, you weren't.
So did Zeke already sign up? Like he's already in the process? I was going to say, because
I'm sure he's got to be in his 3rd or 4th week of onboarding, or maybe 5th week. He might have been ahead of me. So he's probably for about I don't know, 3-4 weeks he's probably been live. We're just 2 weeks live. So he was just barely ahead of me. But it's been good, man. I'm happy about it. I just want to streamline that stuff so we don't have to track it the hard way anymore.
Oh, Zeke said he's live.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured he was live. He's probably been live. How long have you been live for, Zeke?
I'll take some Corona Extra. Jeff, the maintenance man. 2 weeks live.
2 weeks. So we started about the same time.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely love it, and especially like, like you guys came from another CRM to this, or Kelly went from this to another and back to it. I came from pen and paper from the Stone Age, so coming to this, I feel like we're in flying cars. It's awesome.
I was not ready for it the first time, like totally not ready, and this time it's a totally different experience. So, and it's so much easier this time than it was last time.
And I love what Maddie says is it's software. Like, nobody's going to know it out of the gate. You're going to learn it. It's going to take time. You'll know it. And if you make a mistake, you can always go in and fix it. There's nothing that can't be fixed inside the software. I think a lot has to do with your representative. Because let's be honest, they're a big company. Not every representative is probably awesome. So I think some people might get a representative that isn't maybe as good as some of the other ones, and that's where people have some bad experiences.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a good rep, then there's really not, it's kind of a win-win.
I think we had a pretty good rep. Who is your rep, Zeke? Because Gil got a chick. Alexa. I got a dude named Eric with a K.
Yeah, mine's Alexa.
Alexa, yeah.
Hey, Alexa. Oh, shit, I said Alexa. Shut up. Let me mute that bitch. You be quiet back.
It's a lot to load. I thought I did a lot before live. Then I realized I only hit the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, to get all the equipment pricing in there, it takes a lot of work on the office side. It does take a lot of work. And if I was kind of just, I guess, kind of by myself the first time. Sasha is who Zeke had. But I was kind of by myself as far as like having, I guess, the computer skills and the time to actually do it. And I just wasn't up for it, man. But this time it's just different. I just feel ready. And because I feel ready and it makes sense to me, most of the stuff in there makes sense to me on how to do it. So I'm happy. Captain Monotone. Well, my dude, his name's Eric Jennings. He every single call since day one. So this is like 6 weeks we've been talking to this dude. He sounds like he's stopped up constantly. So I'm like, Eric, what's going on with your allergies, man? He's like, oh, it's horrible. He's real cool. But he sounds miserable.
That's funny.
And he don't have the COVID either. So
he don't have the COVID.
No.
Got a question. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. The high pitched.
He just sounds clogged up and he's constantly sneezing and it's fun. It's funny, kind of.
Ours sounds like she's either like that phone sex voice, like she's either like really, really hot or she's like a big old fat bitch. Like, it could go either way.
I'm going to guess hot. I don't know.
Yeah. I know one thing. It seems like that's a cool ass place to work for.
It's their culture, man.
Yeah, like it seems like it's an awesome place to work for. Like they get down, like they party, like
like they're serious about that shit. Like that's the culture that we should all strive to have in our businesses, man. He's pulling it off, that Vahi or whatever the dude's name is.
Yeah. Well, I wrote them down. I like their little sayings they said they have. Um, be a great team, change lives, and achieve the extraordinary.
Yeah,
The little thing she was saying, yeah.
like their core values.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really, really cool.
Nice. A-team mask coming.
Yeah. I was actually did you get them through your buddy, Adam? Because I thought about doing that and selling them for like a charity. Like getting some like well, I'd get some for the company too, but getting some HVAC uncensored ones and selling them and trying to give away some of the money to like charities because I know some people have messaged out like guys that have lost their job and people have gotten sick and different things like that. Plus, like I always like to give to Autism Speaks, and obviously I like to give to the Cancer Foundation and stuff like that. So, oh, what do you mean they shut you down, Mr. Steve? Be a leader, Adam. Oh, nice. I'll have to ask. I got to hit up your friend, man, because I've been saying I was going to and haven't done it. So, but we are almost at an hour. Well, I guess we started a couple minutes late, but conversation's kind of winding down. We just wanted to talk about that. Is there anything that you guys have you noticed like that you're doing different, or you've noticed your company's doing different going into this COVID summer? Do you see your company implementing different things and stuff like that? Oh my God. Yeah, earlier when me and Kelly were trying to fix stuff, I freaking saw my kids were upstairs running around. It sounded like a fucking herd of elephants up there.
It did.
I was
I
go
could hear.
yeah. Um, Adam said I was going to give them away for free because HVAC Overtime is a socialist group. There's a lot of peeps
Oh
without a
man,
job because
and
of
it's
COVID. Yeah.
it's gonna get worse, man. I can't imagine what's the population in LA County, because they're saying 3 more months of lockdown. Like they're just, what are the people supposed to do?
Well, even like when they're trying to get sports back, like the MLB and the NFL, and that governor or whatever of like California or whatever is like, you're not playing any games here. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I understand being safe, but it's.
Yeah,
Let's see, Mr. Steve. We are giving the customer the option to come in the house.
or not.
Okay, well, let me. How are you doing a call if you can't go inside?
So probably just doing the, washing the outdoor unit, checking charge, having them change the filter, and just not even going inside. Maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like you're kind of doing a disservice if you do that. I mean, if you don't check the inside, like the blower capacitors, the coil dirty. How many customers say I just changed the filter and they, it looks like somebody shit in it, I feel like you have to. I mean, I
Well,
understand if
they're,
they don't have to be there, but I think you kind of have to get inside.
goodness. Well, they're giving the customer the option, so it's up to them. Whatever they feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, one good thing about, not to be back on the Service Titan is the e-sign option. Have you seen that, the e-sign option?
Um, I know there's something about that in there. I haven't explored that yet.
Yeah, because you can do that where when either they sign it and hit accept, you can hit e-sign, it emails it to them where they can sign it and then it comes right back.
Shoots them a text message too, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
yeah, well, however you have it set up, but it's good for like landlord tenant situations, um,
Yep.
or sometimes people with this COVID they don't want to see. So it's we've done
Sure.
that and it's worked out. Chris, ha ha ha, every damn one of them. If you don't work there, you are not allowed at my property. New York is September until fully. Oh, is okay. Closed until September. Is fully open. Um, yeah, I think we can do like parks and stuff like that. Gil, get off Service Titans ball sack. Hey, be quiet, rookie. That's why you're a rookie. You don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Are you gonna change your name when you're not a rookie anymore? Or?
No.
No.
Well, he had 40-year-old virgin was already taken, so that's why he chose HVAC rookie. It's like I'm just busting your balls. Scott's my man. He knows that. Which, to be honest, I know he hasn't been doing that long, but I don't, I've met guys that are way more of a rookie than he is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, second wave. It's coming.
Yeah, like we always say, just be careful. just be careful, guys. You know what I mean? But we've made some adjustments. Like I said, we went very aggressive with our pricing now, as far as we put them down. Well, Gil, I was joking. I was joking, man. Okay. Do you think people would want overtime mask? Hey, man, any of that kind of stuff, you never know. A lot of people say they want stuff until you sell it, and then they don't buy it.
Then they don't want it. Yeah, it's all talk. I spent like $500 worth of hats.
Yeah, it's so that's why I think the online stuff is great, where they, make it as they order it. That way you're not putting out a whole bunch of money on shit. But oh, excuse me. But yeah, do you guys got any questions for us? Remember, every other week, so next week it'll be back to Uncensored Basics with me, Mr. Steve Demansky, and Mr. Chris DeSormo Hosier, doing technical stuff. So,
and then when I come back on the week after that, I'll have some hats, and I've got a box of books here that I'm willing to ship if anybody wants one of my books. So we'll do some type of giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, I know you do, Adam. But eventually, I mean, there's also stuff that people, it's not all just, just giving it away. At least not here. Yes, rookie. And I actually placed an order for because I had to get another hat. I fucked my other hat up, and yours too, rookie. How much do you do in a PM call? What's up, Juan? I meant to say what's up earlier, buddy. We do a PM call. I want pretty much. I mean, I hate to say it, like everything. Yeah, I don't think I can do super chats yet, Jeff, the maintenance man. I don't know if we have enough. You guys got to keep watching as many videos, get the watch hours up. But that's just me putting content out. It's not a big deal. But I always give to all my friends. I mean, I've probably given away probably $1,000+ in super chats. I mean, I've, in the whole different thing. But see you, Zeke. But yeah, we'll whenever it's able to be turned on, I'll turn it on. It's not a big deal. But I appreciate that, Jeff. But yeah, Juan, when we go in, I want the guys going inside. I want if it's an air conditioning PM, I want them checking the blower. Is the blower clean? What's the filter look like? Obviously temperature splits are in the right range, confirming airflow. If it's off, then I'm okay with them checking static pressure. I want to have as many answers or as much information as possible. But I try to train the guys to do it in an efficient amount of time. I want to check all the wires. I want all the wires to make sure that they're tight. If you got to take off some of the spade clips and pinch them to make sure they're tight, I don't want wires. You shouldn't be able to just pull it off. Outside, checking all the capacitors, checking the refrigerant pressures. I am okay. I am a fan of non-invasive, testing as far as not having to put your gauges on. Obviously, we know we deal in conversions. You can convert temperature to pressure, blah, blah, blah. If all those readings look okay to me as far as refrigerant, I'm okay with not putting the gauges on. But if any of those temperatures are off, then I want you to put your gauges on to see what's going on. But yeah, so we'll squirt coils
I'm
and
not okay with that.
you're not?
No, it just it paints too much of a picture as far as like putting gauges on the unit. Like it tells you so much that I can't not put my gauges on a unit unless it's like a water source heat pump. You guys have water source heat pumps there?
Yeah, we have a lot of
Yeah.
them. But
Those, I try not to touch if possible.
yeah, but see, we can get into it. I mean, I can check a lot of things about the refrigerant without having to put gauges on, though. And every time somebody puts their gauges on for
You're losing some, right?
yeah, for a useless purpose. I mean, and then come 3 years down the road and you're chasing your tail for a leak that doesn't exist. And I'm not saying you're wrong for putting your gauges on. And I probably have guys that do it more than not. Me personally, I don't, all the time unless I see, something that, calls for it.
I think about 1.5 hours, Chris. If you're gonna do a super thorough job, anywhere from 45 minutes to
An hour and a half.
an hour and a half. Yeah.
And an hour and a half would be tops because you guys that
Yes.
aren't business owners, realize that you don't make any money off service contracts. The whole you create value during service contracts. That's why I want my guys to do so much. But be efficient while doing it. I want you to create value to wow the customer so that when something breaks or it's time to replace it, that it's a no-brainer that they're going with us because we've built that rapport, we've built that relationship with them doing all of their PMs. So that's in my mind.
One thing that Gil said that I'm real anal on that also is like I'll pull on each wire, but I also put my screwdriver on every terminal.
Yeah.
Every terminal on the control board at the furnace, every wire net, if there's a wire net, if it's a heat pump or if there's, just some wire nets there, if it's an air handler or whatever, I will twist every single wire net and make sure they're all tight. I'm just real picky about that because those are the little things that you get callbacks on and weird, electrical issues where it drops out for weird problems just because of some loose wire somewhere. That's something I always do just to make sure that you're totally covered on all your wiring.
Yeah. What's up, Roy? Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, I mean, and Kelly's right. I mean, the wires, making sure like ground wires, a lot of these systems, if a ground wire gets loose, you'll get, goofy like errors and stuff like that, especially on a furnace. Check the disconnect. So many guys check a system
what I was gonna tell
and
you.
don't tighten the wires in the disconnect. Or if you have a bad fuse, replace both of them. Because both of them took a shot. Just because one of them went bad, trust me, you'll be back later replacing the other one. Yes, guys, don't even pay attention to the disconnect. They'll check everything.
Every single clean and check, the cover's out, and with it hot, I tighten. I know you're not supposed to, and it's probably not safe, but I've literally done thousands of live disconnects where I tighten the wiring on them, and it's shocking how many that you'll find that are just loose as hell.
And some of them are so loose that it's like you can't believe there wasn't a problem,
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're like barely, like, you're like, Jesus Christ, this is loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do hate when people use that small wire, or like the 20 gauge, or they use the data wire.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely goofy.
Yeah.
Thanks, rookie. Yeah, if you guys can hit the thumbs up, man, so people can watch this after the fact. So obviously we're here with the live streams every Tuesday. Alternating is whether it's me and Kelly or it's going to be me and Mr. Steve Domansky or Domansky, which is HVAC Residential Basics, and Corey DeSormo, which is Hosier HVAC, talking more technical stuff. I have some videos that I shot to get out, man. It's just really, really playing catch up right now, man. So I'm trying to do the best that I can as far as trying to get things out. But all these scheduled things I'm not going to miss. It's just trying to get the other stuff out. But, yeah, we've been talking for a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and let this roll. Guys, one thing I would love to do, I want to start doing in the podcast, is you guys know, let me see. I don't know if I have a way to put it up here right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it up here. See if I can get it up. I don't have that problem. All right, let's see. 4, 3. 4, 2, 2, 1. Dun. All right, done. Where the hell did I put it at? Because I don't see it. Oh, it's up there in the corner. Huh. There we go. I'll put this number over there. 443-422-1000. Guys, if you call that number throughout the week and leave a voicemail, and pretty much I would love to know, like, pretty much leave a review of the podcast or the show, and I'm actually going to incorporate these into the podcast. I'm just going to put them in there and be like, hey, a message from one of our listeners. You don't have to say your name. You can. You don't have to. And I'm just going to put these things in and just play them, kind of like a live review, so you guys can... That would be awesome if you guys are willing to do that. Mr. Gill. I can't help but call him Mr. Steve. You know, it's just, it's out of a habit that I can't help it. And he's always like, will you stop calling me Mr.? And I'm like, I can't do it.
You do that with everybody.
Yeah. Well, especially him. He's older than me. So it's just a respect factor. I don't mean it in a bad way, you know?
No, but you always say Miss Susie.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know, it's just.
And I don't think Miss Susie, Miss Susie's even that old. Like, she's not even that old of a woman. I don't think she's like,
right.
It's not like she's like 60 or something. That's funny. No. I didn't see Miss Susie tonight. Speaking of that, hope she's all right. If you watch this after the fact, Miss Susie, hope everything's okay. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this. As always, thank you to all the sponsors of this show. We appreciate all of you, the new ones, the ones in the past, etc. Thank you to all of our moderators. Thank you to Rookie and for all the stuff that he does in here, keeping this thing going. Thank you guys for coming here every week, man. You guys know that we'll always take your tips. We're always trying to make the show better. Different topics that you guys want to hear or talk about. You can email us, hvacuncensored@gmail.com, or that phone number, that 443-422-1000. Text it. I don't always have it, so you can't always call it, but leave a voicemail. I'll listen to it. You know, I would love to, Mr. Juan. We'd love your guys' inputs, man. We want to make these live streaming shows about things that you guys want to hear. So we love your input, man. And for all of you guys that come here every week, thank you guys for your support. Me and Kelly cannot thank you guys enough. And we know it's normally 20, 30. Sometimes we've gotten like 40. I think the most has ever been is like 50. But for the amount of subscribers we have on this channel, I think that's pretty damn good. So thank you guys very much, man. We really appreciate you. And thank my brother, man, Kelly, for coming on here. I appreciate you, Bo. And
appreciate you, man. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. So,
yep. We're going to get off here, man. We will talk at you mofos next week. And please stay safe, man. All right? You know where to hit us up if you need us. Goodbye.